the complexity of governance. Your partnership was instrumental in the development and implementation of policies and programs that aim to bring progress and development to our great nation. Reflecting on the accomplishment of these 6 years, let me tell you that I am proud of what we have achieved together. We have built roads, supported free wires and free tuition at high schools and public universities, stabilized the macroeconomic challenges we face in 2018, built hundreds of pro-poor housing units, and achieved on so many fronts that we are able to list here today. However, I acknowledge that there is always room for improvement, and perhaps more could have been done under different circumstances. Regrettably, some of the long-term projects we initiated did not reach completion during my tenure. I am hopeful that the incoming administration will carry the torch forward and bring these initiatives to fruition for the benefit of all Liberians. Fellow compatriots, rumors and misinformation have played a large part in our politics over the last 6 years. It is my hope we as a country will overcome this challenge over the next 6 years. To begin this, we must start with the facts of the transition. I must report to you that we are leaving behind a better economy than we inherited. Today, President-elect Joseph Nima Bouaka will inherit a stronger economy than I inherited. There is a bigger net international reserve position than was handed me in 2018. I inherited $94,999,000 United States dollars in net international reserves. And I am handing over to the next administration a net international reserve position of $222,700,000 United States dollars. This is 136% increase in the net international reserve position. The total cash balance in the government's consolidated account is United States $40,044,365.90. In 2018, my government inherited a consolidated cash position of $7 million United States dollars. The next administration thus has more resources to deal with emergency macroeconomic challenges than my administration had at its disposal in 2018. My fellow citizens, through our time together, I held still fast to two cornerstones of leadership: keeping the peace and upholding the democratic process and the root of our democratic journey. I am immensely proud that during my tenure, Liberia remained at peace with itself and at peace with its neighbor. Our armed forces, the force of good, were never turned against our own people, and external actions were confined to international peacekeeping mission under the United Nations. This peace, sustained by our own domestic resources, is a testament to the maturity and strength of our nation. We protected the inalienable rights of every Liberian citizen as enshrined in our Constitution. Freedom of speech, assembly, and expression were not only preserved, but celebrated. There were no political prisoners or prisoners of conscience during my entire term, a testament to the development of strong democratic institutions that are now not only hailed as competent and professional, but as trusted and credible. Liberia is now regarded as a pillar of democracy in West Africa and a shining example to the world. This was only made possible through our various collaborative efforts. I want to thank all Liberians, regardless of your political affiliation, for staying the course and helping build a stronger and more vibrant nation. As I step aside as President of Liberia, I will remain actively engaged with the politics of the country as standard bearer and political leader of the Coalition for Democratic Change, the CDC, in order to ensure the continuation of our strong and vibrant democracy. I therefore urge you, my fellow citizens, to continue to be law-abiding and seek peaceful means to resolve differences. Embrace tolerance and dialogue. Let us love, one another, and come together as one people, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let us remember the strength of our unity, the resilience of our democracy, and the hope that lies in the future of Liberia. As we welcome a new era, let us move forward hands in hand with a shared commitment to building a united nation that will continue to strive on observing the tenets of democracy and adhering to the rule of law. May God bless you all, and may God continue to bless the Republic of Liberia.
Those who want to speak, in never be everybody happy. We are rejoicing over the defeat of the old regime. We are rejoicing for the effort to bring a new regime. Then we sit down with happiness. We go to write paper for that 79-year-old man. He's struggling to read. Then he put that, I will tell you that nation, I will tell you US, I will bring one for you. Because you think one for you, I will tell you that when you come to the
when you elect a clown and you think that he will be a king, what he does is to convert the kingdom into a circus. This is what we must deal with, and this is what we must say. Who do we elect into our public offices? Because, as I've said before, when you allow hyenas to take care of goats, why should you be surprised when the goats are eaten? This is the same. And Africa is only going to realize our potential in all areas when, by dint of choice, we enable and allow our best men and women to serve in different areas. I've heard it being said about Lee Kuan Yew in Singapore. I've heard it being suggested about Mahathir Mohamad in Malaysia. I've heard it being said about Japan. I've heard it being said about other countries, but there was a conscious decision on the part of those individuals and the followership. We always talk about leaders, but we never talk about the followers. The followers must also style up. Africans on average are for some reason attracted to thieves. Africans are for some reason attracted to men and women who cannot serve her. And when they are not served, then they complain. When Africans are told, choose you now whom we shall release, Jesus of Nazareth or Barabbas, they say, release Barabbas. And when Barabbas behaves like Barabbas, they say, why are you not behaving like Christ? It cannot be done.
In May of 2001, signed a second of two executive orders, number 13213, Defense Exhibit D310, in which it was stated, and I quote, the government of Liberia's complicity in the RUF's illicit trade in diamonds and its other forms of support for the RUF are direct challenges to the United States foreign policy objectives in the region, as well as the rule-based international order that is critical to the peace and prosperity of the United States. Therefore, I find these actions by the government of Liberia contribute to the unusual and extraordinary threat to the foreign policy of the United States described in Executive Order 13194, with respect to which the President declared a national emergency. This executive order did not say the alleged complicity, it concluded the complicity. The conspiracy was born, all systems put into motion, and here I stand today. I never stood a chance. This is the broader contextual matrix that regrettably did not and still has not seen the light of day in these proceedings, despite the gallant efforts by the defense to unearth and reveal the contextual framework behind the charges against me. Now, with the two executive orders, the dogs were let out, so to speak. What followed was a dispatch of the attack pack led by Lieutenant Colonel David Crane, Defense Intelligence 30 years prosecutor. He, Crane, unlawfully unsealed the court's sealed indictment to his handlers, senior U.S. government officials at the U.S. Embassy in Freetown, and was never held to account. The rest of the operational team are Colonel Brandon Hollis, Defense Intelligence, Defense, CIA, U.S. Air Force, Senior Trial Counsel, and now prosecutor. James C. Johnson, U.S. Army expert, 20 years on conventional and special operations, Chief of Prosecutions for the SCSL. Alan White, 30 years, Defense Intelligence, recalled from retirement to head up investigations at the Special Court of Sierra Leone. Stephen J. Rapp came on board as chief prosecutor for a short time of experience from Capitol Hill, where he served with the U.S. Senate Judiciary Committee sometime before. It came as no surprise to me that as a reward of sorts for Stephen Rapp's diligence in the execution of U.S. foreign policy objectives through these ad hoc tribunals, he was appointed U.S. Ambassador at large for war crimes issues. In support of the contextual framework of politics, on February 8, 2006, Lieutenant Colonel David Crane, prosecutor, appeared before a U.S. Congress Subcommittee on Africa, Defense Exhibit D-404, and spelled out in clear terms the decision taken in support of regime change in Liberia and what needed to happen to solidify that process. There was little mention, if any, in his testimony about Sierra Leone. And here is what he said. I posit that 5 years from now, when the international community is challenged by other crises, Taylor in Calabar, under the protection of Nigeria, will make his move. We will wake up one morning and watch on CNN as Taylor rides triumphantly down the main street in Monrovia to the executive mansion, daring all of us to come and get him. Unless he is handed over to the special court for Sierra Leone, this scenario is not out of the realm of possibilities. He then asked, how do we assure Liberia's future? And he answers that. Ultimately, he says, what we do about Taylor in the next several weeks will determine the fate of Liberia and the new administration of its president, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Crane then sets out several plans, two of which I'll state here. He said, first, hand Charles Taylor over to the special court for Sierra Leone for a fair trial, his kind of trial. This takes him out of the local and regional dynamics that is West Africa. Second, tie any financial and political support to good governance in Liberia. Time does not permit, but the exhibits are present. Not even the Nigerian nation was spared from threats and intimidation, as explained by Femi Kayode, press secretary to President Obasanjo, the Nigerian head of state, who was with him in Washington when President George W. Bush promised, and I quote, to bring Nigeria to its knees if Taylor was not turned over to the special court. And what happened? Obasanjo buckled and capitulated. Now, this demonstrates the significant pressure that was brought to bear on President Obasanjo, irrespective of his personal and leadership obligations to the West African sub-region. And therein lies the dilemma for current African heads of state and government, but how to enter into binding commitments and obligations with the African pairs and remain steadfast, resolute, and unyielding in their fidelity to those agreements in the face of such unrelenting and punishing pressure from powerful Western leaders.
Where you at? Wake up when you stop slipping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on. I know you're sleeping now. You gotta wake up some more, yeah? Okay, let's go.
And at this point, we can confirm
frustrate us. So why can't you laugh? Why can't you speak? Why can't you allow that Tennessee's don't be? You see, we just tell you.
I just don't know how it happened just now.
Why? The government should lie. Why? But that the question that we ask. The people sue us.
Okay. Interesting technology terms. But I was saying that at this point we can confirm that the government has failed on a number of fronts. And so tonight we'll be having a series of different conversations that border on the daily activities of all of us across the country. So let me say a very, very pleasant good evening to all of you across the country. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to those of you in the diaspora, our friends, our fans, our followers, our critics, and even those of you who do not like the things we say and the way we say them. It's good to have all of you joining us tonight. This is Freedom Heart Talk, or this is Freedom FM. This is 87.9. We are broadcasting live to you from the nation's capital in Monrovia. This show is proudly sponsored by Camp Stepper Liberia, and we are in partnership with Bokondjide Group of Companies. Just a lot to talk about tonight. From criminal could see at the grounds of the Temple of Justice to civil servant issues. We want to look at prices of different commodities in our country. What are you experiencing? Issues from the legislature and the executive. I'm told that Richard Coons spoke today, but Junkins Morris has all of these details highlighted in our lineup for tonight. So stick and stay, don't go away. Very shortly we'll take a break from our sponsor and our partner, and after those breaks we will go into all of the issues. So yes, let's go for this break. Again, my name is Austin. Junkins Morris is here. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll run into the different issues.
Are you seeking financial empowerment? Dreaming of building your future? Then your solution is Bokondjide Group of Companies. Bokondjide, your trusted partner in microfinance, construction, and general services. We provide microfinance for many institutions like House of Representatives, the Liberian Senate, National Port Authority, Governors Commission, LRA, Gender Ministry, Corporate Development Authority, GAC, and Other Lines Ministry and Agency, with a percentage range from 15% to 20%. At Bokondjide, we understand your aspiration, your goals, and your dreams. That's why we offer tailored microfinance solutions designed to uplift individuals and communities alike. Whether you are an entrepreneur with a vision or a family aiming for a better tomorrow, our microfinance services pave the way to financial independence. But that's not all. Bokondjide Group of Companies doesn't just stop at microfinance. Our expert construction team brings your architecture dreams to life. From residential to commercial projects, we craft spaces that inspire, innovate, and endure. And when it comes to general services, Bokondjide is your one-stop destination. From facility management to logistics, we ensure seamless operation every step of the way. With our apartment rental and furnished apartment for long and short-term stay, you will enjoy the luxury of comfort. Join the thousands who have entrusted their dreams to Bokondjide. Experience, unmatched professionalism, dedication, and integrity. With Bokondjide Group of Companies, your success is not just a goal, it's our mission. Visit our Capitol Building office or find us in the Royal Garden Plaza on Crown Hill, Broad Street, or call today 0770-520-958 or 0777-017-603 or 086-622-599 or email Bokondjide Group of Companies at gmail.com. Bokondjide Group of Companies, microfinance, construction, general services, your partner in progress. New there, do something.
We want peace in Liberia. We Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
Okay. Thank you, all of you. Let's run straight to our Facebook page and see who are those joining us tonight for official recognition. And then we can move into the different issues we have highlighted to talk about tonight. But Junkins, before I do that, let me bring in Junkins from this angle. How are you, my dear brother?
Yeah, great.
Sorry.
Great, Austin. Great. How was your day, boo?
Well, I spent, it was okay. It was fun. I had like half of my day spent at the criminal code C. Yes. We're following the Fonanti and the Samuel Toy case. So the case continues today in the economic sabotage thing with Samuel Toy and the rest of the other folks. And so yes, we had to go there in solidarity and to also have an understanding, of the legal engagements and interactions that are taking place there. So we don't want to be too, so we have to be around.
Okay, welcome to our followers. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you following us wherever you are. This is Freedom Hard Talk on Freedom FM 87.9.
Okay, Saturday Zonwe Wondule. I love the native names, then the the civilized names and all of that. I don't have a middle name, Mori. That's the meaning of the M in my name, Mori.
Oh, Mori.
Yeah.
What's the M Kawa?
Yeah, I mean big man or chief infa.
Oh.
So yeah, Mori. But I didn't grow up with people calling me Mori. So yeah,
get used to the
Austin. Yes. Unlike when I go around the
old people.
Yes. So Saturday, Zonwe Wondule from Georgia in the U.S., William W. Wulu from Upper Caldwell, Venetius Junior Bar, District 16, Mawata Bediti. Thanks to all of you for joining us tonight via our Facebook Live. Bowie Suddenly is joining us tonight from a Chicken Soup Factory. Maliu Fofana is following from 20th Street. Emmanuel Broad from Minnesota. Yes, that's in the U.S. Minneapolis, Minnesota, USA. It is Thursday in the U.S. It is Thursday on this March 26th. Yes, it is also Thursday here too in the U.S. Just like you guys are 4 hours, 5 hours, depending where which state you find yourself in ahead of us. J. Augustus Help, welcome to the show. It's good to have you, Mr. Common Citizen. Papi Keita is following tonight from Dupont Road, Agatha Glasgow from Tinkers Village. RIA Stevie Yagadi is joining tonight from District 2, Lower Margibi County. Agatha Glasgow say you and Teacher La. Yeah, I carry all these few days with bluffing you. God is not giving you land. Anyway, yeah, sure. God bless on that too now. Juje Wonwe, Musa Sharif from Ghana's Anna Kekula is watching from Waterside. Oteka Kau is joining us tonight from Maryland in the U.S. Brahma Ibrahim Kui is following from Chicken Soup Factory. Samuel Kofi Woods Jr. We are 2029 is show. Agatha, yes, Patricia Jipla is joining tonight from New Kutan. Chidi Noah is following. He said following from my rescue end. Welcome, Chidi Noah. Buema Buster Bende is joining tonight from Jamaica Road. Stevie A. Baz is joining tonight from Dakar, Senegal. Dubon Hill has joined us. Stephen Farah Jr. is following tonight from Chicken Soup Factory. Ralph Cooper from Colorado in the U.S. Welcome all of you. Abdullahi Dukley, welcome to the show. Alaska Pay is following from Mount Barclay. Abu Bakar Sherif from Claratown, Mount Tony and Son is following us tonight from somewhere in Broadville. Baulo James from Pennsylvania in the U.S. Cyril Tooley is following tonight. Junkie, she said you something. She says, Junkie, send your number to me. I want to send you something. So please send your number to Cyril Tooley. Emmanuel Yakpawolo is joining us tonight from Bond County. And it's good to have all of you tonight on the show, Junkies. We have 1 hour, 15 minutes to fire tonight. So we can do our firing within 1 hour. And then the 15 minutes can be left with the people to talk. For the last 2 weeks, I've been using transport means, commercial means, stuff. And look, it is so interesting in the taxis and in the keke. Just sit down quietly and just listen to the folks having their different conversations. But most of the conversations you hear in these commercial vehicles, they're all about politics and governance and the anger that the people feel about the manner and form in which the government is proceeding and all of that. So they take their angers to the public, to the street, to the keke, the taxis, the buses, just the different places. You even see on motorbike. The people are expressing themselves. They are dissatisfied. They are displeased with the manner and form in which the government is proceeding. They are angry that transportation prices are going up. They are angry that the government has announced $920, $10 for a gallon of gas. And folks are selling gas for $1,100 in some places, $1,000 in some places, $1,200 in the Southeast. I'm told it's $1,500. So these are issues. Because of that, transportation fares have increased. The prices of different commodities on the market have increased. And these are things we want to talk about tonight. And we want to tell you why these things have increased. And you need to know. Somebody say, well, what did gas got to do with pepper? What did gas got to do with one bottle of oil? What did gas got to do with a cup of rice?
Yes.
People do not know these things. So we have to break these things down for you to understand that gas has impact on everything you do in your country.
Clear.
Everything you do in your country, gasoline, the price of gasoline has impact on it. If the price goes up, it's going to trickle down to everything that concerns your daily living. So we have to have conversation about these things tonight. At the court, it was an interesting thing today. These lawyers are interesting. One of the witnesses, this one from Central Bank, was on the witness stand today. It was an interesting interaction between the state, the prosecutors, the defense lawyers, and the presiding judge, Roosevelt Willie, a very smart guy. Today was my third time following a major case that he presided over. I think he has authority over the subject. I think he has authority over the subject. He's really. I admire him today. He's really a smart guy. If I would do law, it would be because of two persons. So, Junkies, where are we? I mean, let's see. Where do we start from?
I think the Speaker Kun called for.
In today, I don't on break.
The man wants to be the president. Because what I'm confused of, Speaker Kun is just way ahead of President Boakai in performing executive duties and functions. This is the same speaker who, even though he was advised not to make move to Lofa County, he did that on his own terms. Even though it is the executive responsibility, he violated that portion of the Constitution. And this same speaker, instead getting to the executive, having a meaningful conversation that can allow a roadmap that will lead to a peaceful resolution of this matter, Speaker Kun is playing the role of the executive. He's concerned. It's not a bad thing to be concerned. But there are trends that you take. There are proceedings that you go by which are laid down under our laws. You do not carry out your own feelings when you are doing the business of the people, because there are laws governing your function as deputies of the people.
Chokins, I want to make one appeal to you tonight publicly. I see that it's all we have 1 hour 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You really want us to spend our time on Vijay Kun? Can we advance to other important people?
Look, the reason I'm concerned
Vijay Kun is the regime speaker.
What I'm
Works at the
concerned,
will of the president.
he has to be placed on record.
So if he's attempting to usurp the functions of the president, that should not be our concern.
No, he has to be placed on record.
Okay, so we're placing on the
Yeah,
record.
he's on record.
Okay,
He's
so
on record.
we're placing on record. Eh?
He's
So
on
we're
record.
yeah. The man working, the man is like the representative, permanent representative.
For the office of the president to the legislature. Yeah. He's the liaison.
So he's only communicating what the president has told him to communicate to the legislature.
Sure.
So, yeah, that's
As the conduit between the legislature and the executive.
Yeah, so that is.
Yeah, you are right. You are right. There's no need to continuously give credence to such person who does not know what he's doing.
Mohammed Foley, John Miller from Kigali, Timothy Gia, all of you, welcome. He said my name is Timothy Mewon. Timothy Mewon. I hope I got your name correctly. Timothy
I'm sure
Mewon.
that name should be Kyo name.
From Bonja, we are community. He said we are coming back 2029. Favor Morris, I'm disappointed in you. But anyway, it's okay. Enjoy yourself. But I'm disappointed in you. So let's make progress. So civil servants, salaries are becoming an issue. We've been receiving a lot of calls from civil servants that their pays are not coming in time. Some say the government still owes them for February.
Yes.
Some is the Liberian dollar component, some is the US dollar component. Some have not even taken pay in its entirety for February, and then March is on it. The truth be told, let's say this. The Minister of Finance is overwhelmed. He's stressed. The government has mismanaged with the state resources. But over 65% of what was generated for the first quarter has already been spent on national security operations. Let me repeat. And that's how, let's take our time and tell you how some of these things work, right? So the LRA raise or generates resources for the country to run the operations of government. And so I'm driving to the point where we want to justify why it is about time that Joe Barker resigns, step aside. That's what we're driving. So they divide the budget year, the fiscal year, into four. The first quarter, into 4 quarters. The first quarter, January to March, is the first quarter. April to June, the second quarter, July to August, September, July to September, the third quarter, and then October to December, the fourth quarter. So they divide the budget year into 4 quarters. That's how LRA generates revenue. So the last quarter for last year will run into the first quarter for this year, and the government may choose to operate on 112.
Yeah.
Until
the budget is
the money can until the budget is approved, and then funds are generated to begin the operations of the first quarter. So from January to March, this is the last week in the last month of the first. The first quarter.
The first quarter is almost over.
It's almost over. Today is the 26th. So LRA performed very well for the first quarter. They performed very well, extremely well with the first quarter. But there were redistribution of revenues that were generated by LRA to national security operations, thereby strangulating other sectors like water and sewer, like National Transit Authority, obviously like LDC, because obviously water and sewer people need to have access to safe drinking water. National Transit Authority, they need to ensure that public transport is affordable and accessible. Okay, and then LDC, the government needs to ensure that electricity is expanded, reliable, and affordable. The Ministry of Agriculture is investing in nothing. It's producing nothing locally. It's investing nothing to spice up local production. Nothing. So you realize that all of the service industry or the service sector and the real sector, everything is dormant. Honor supported for the first quarter, honor supported in 2024, honor supported in 2025, and honor supported for the first quarter in 2026. It means nothing happened. All the government is doing, buying paper, buying real machine, buying fuel, buying gasoline, servicing vehicles. That's all the spending what LRA is generating. Now, at this point, with the Guinean crisis and the the Iran-Israel war and thing, with the increasing price of gas, the barrel of gasoline from 100 to 110, 120, 130, depending the region, all of that. Obviously, it trickles down to Liberia. Liberia now has to create an austerity measure to stabilize the price and ensure that the commodity is available. Because the price could even be 900. Once the commodity is low, once we are low in supply, the price will obviously go up. So the government has two challenges. One, ensure that the price is affordable
through providing subsidies,
and that the commodity is available. Then the couple that said in trouble again with Guinea and started manning the people going down.
Double jeopardy.
Right? Started manning the people going down. At that point, I don't need to explain what happened. Now, the Joint Security now has seen this as an elephant meat to exploit the system. So they say, Germany, this is a perfect opportunity. So let's mobilize quick and meet and raise someone on 3 million budget for intelligence, for operation, for this. Boom, 3 million blew up. Man, there's 1.5. Boom, 1.5 gone. Boom, 1.2 gone. Before the government realized within 3 months, she has already spent over $6.5 million just on national security operations. And interestingly, the very reason why 2 they are being investigated and are prosecuted today, this is the same reason because there's no sufficient trace or evidence to even support any or aid any audit process. But that's another conversation for another period. But we try to tell you that the government is broke. To the extent that as I'm speaking to you, Gafan is angry and has said to them, I am not releasing any other payment for national security matter until I can pay civil servants. Now they are angry with Gafan. Government say if your car break down, fine means and fix it. If your girlfriend go to your woman to the hospital, you need to pay a bill on the government insurance. Go pay yourself. We're not paying insurance. We're not releasing anything on insurance. We're not doing nothing. Domestic debts, hold on. We're not doing anything. National security operations, hold on. We're not paying any money. We have to pay Civil 7. It's been running 3 weeks. They can't generate money to pay Civil 7. Because what? No money. LRA has performed for the first quarter. LRA is preparing for the second quarter of the budget year. What do they get the money from? The maintenance are passing. Oh, I'm looking for money to borrow to pay Civil 7. For individual to pay Civil 7. You can't put everything on hold. The cemetery case is also consuming money because you have to pay prosecutors, you have to pay state gathering information, the hiring media people and things to start running with wrong narrative about the Fonati case and the Toy case and all that. So the government foundation case. So the as a recovery people too, and LCC people. So the government has been spending useless spending to, as you emphasize, useless spending on political cases. Then investing the money in the real sector. Now the government is strangulated. The system is paralyzed. The system is on pause, just waiting for any crumbs down to grab and start processing civil servant salaries. Civil servants are angry because they cannot get their pay on time, and they will not get paid on time for this month anyway. The people in the market are angry because already people are not buying. They were already complaining that people were not buying. Then the money they are spending on transportation for transport of goods and services to move the goods and services from one point to another is huge. The woman who had to leave Douala to come to the Vata Bridge to sell tissue or napkin in the traffic, she was paying $50 before. Now she's paying $100. When she goes to the shop to buy the tissue, the whole case, if you're paying $1,500, she's now paying $2,000. Two things have increased. Her transportation fares has increased. The price for the tissue has also increased. It means the $550 that has been added just for her to go leave her house, go and get her goods to go sell. She had to put that money on the goods to get her profit back, because what she spends, she wants to get it back.
Sure.
Who bears the pinch? Who bears the weight? You,
the end user.
The consumers, the end users. We, the consumers, will bear it because any amount, look, business people do not lose.
No.
Any amount they spend to buy that goods, they sit down and calculate all their expenses and put it on the commodity or the service.
To be able to generate
They give it to you. They give it to you. Me. He. The consumers, the end users. So when you go in the market, the old man tells you that, oh yes, a bottle of red oil now is now $100. That used to be $50. Don't complain, because to take that oil from our house to Douala, the price has increased. If you're paying $50 from Broadview to Douala Market in Keke, and you're paying $20 for the oil gallon in the Keke, she's now paying $50 for the oil gallon and $100 for herself. When she gets to the Douala Market, she will obviously add all her expenses for the day on that goods. Because the service they provide you. So the government announced $910 for a price of gasoline. The government does not even have the capacity to ensure that gasoline is sold at $910. And this is the disgusting thing about A. Jenkins. You set your own price and say, gentlemen, due to the increase in the price of a barrel of gasoline on the world market and blah, 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 we hereby announce an increment in the price of gasoline. And this increment is $910. Then your own price, meaning when government set price, they set the slim price. Meaning, Joking knows what slim price is. So I mean, it's but for those of you who don't know what the slim price is, it means the highest price. You can't sell above.
No.
So government comes and say a price of gasoline, a gallon of gasoline will be sold at $910. It means nobody is supposed to sell above that amount.
910.
You can sell for 900. You can sell for 850, 825, 875, or 910. But nobody is supposed to go above 910. Instead of the government keeping the price at 910, people are selling above $910. Because of that, the price of commodities have increased. In fact, are increasing, including transportation. In the face of the government, and the government cannot do anything. I hate to sound comparative. You know when I'm having this conversation, but we are compelled to sound comparative because normally we do comparative analysis of different systems and all of that. It's necessary. George Weah had crisis. He managed his crisis. He bore the pains. You all protested during crisis. He bore the pains. And he survived it. You say it was not natural. It was not supposed to happen. Your time has come for you to not allow it to happen. Then it is happening under your watch. And you are not saying anything. You're not doing anything. You are acting like an irresponsible kid who does not understand anything. And this is embarrassing. See, Liberians are so. That's what we want to ask you, Liberians. Tell us, talk to us. Where do you live? How much do you pay for transportation? How much were you buying a cup of rice before? How much are you buying a cup of rice now? How much were you buying a gallon of gas? How much are you buying a gallon of gas now? Let's talk. Let's have a conversation about these things. Because the government can build all of the roads all around the country. If you cannot go to bed with your stomach filled, those things mean nothing to you. You will die from starvation, driving or riding or walking on a paved road, leading to your house, because you don't have food to eat, but you have good roads to walk on. You don't have food to eat, but you have electricity. What will you put on? What will you put on? Well, you do not have money to even put in your recharge your DSTV or Satcom. So the electricity becomes useless and meaningless to you. Economic choice. What do the people need? What are their needs? How do we address their needs? Does building these roads put food on the table? If yes, how? We have to ask ourselves these critical questions to find solutions to the problems, to the bread and butter issues. Bread and butter issue mean only rice. No. When an economist tells you about bread and butter issue, he's not just telling you to cook rice and put potato green on it and put it on the table for you to eat. In the process of getting the rice. Okay, yes, you ate, but when did you eat? Bread and butter issue. So it's not just about when they say bread and butter, it means the man must have bread, beans, and rice to eat. How did he get the beans and rice to eat? The struggle he went through to get the beans and rice to eat matters. It matters. When did he get it? The man supposed to eat at least 2 times a day in Liberia by our country, our standard. Food standard, they say 3 times a day. But at least Liberia 2 times a day, right? We say 2.
Yeah,
even in Liberia, we cannot
2 times.
afford a daily meal. A complete meal. Right?
Serious people.
So the man will waste on the money. He can't even get a full meal to eat. The man eat around 9-10 times. People cooking or dishing up food for children to eat for under age. 2-year-old children waiting for their parents to finish dishing up food.
In fact, now the city can carry them.
Yes,
You gotta tap
wake them
them
up to
wake
eat.
up to eat. Damn it.
So that does not solve the macro. It doesn't solve it because they're trying to make get food to eat. I mean, the people, they say, oh yeah, the man got food to eat. But how did he get the food to eat? When did he get the food to eat? This should be the concern of the government. Is Mr. President concerned about this? No. Will he be concerned about this? Not anytime soon in his presidency. Did we think he was going to ever be concerned about addressing these issues? Obviously not, because we told you people. Is there a reason why he's not concerned? Yes. Is there a reason why he will not be concerned? Yes. What is the reason? The reason is because he does not have the capacity to do it. He does not know what is happening around him. He will never have that capacity because of his age and his health condition. So he will never know what is happening around him. Because the day people that PR and Kula start telling Joe Barker what is happening around him, they mean a funeral service will come and start organizing.
Sure.
The day PR, who's supposed to brief the president every Monday? The day Kula was supposed to sit in that weekly briefing the Minister of Justice. The day those people start telling the president what is happening around him, it means the religious advisor will have to start preparing, and Effort Baptist Church, we have to start preparing a funeral service.
Or I mean, a cardiac arrest will be in the making.
Obviously. So you can't tell him it. That's why they have restricted him. Even when he was refusing, they went to his doctors. Influence his doctors to tell him and tell Katumu, this man should stop reading newspaper and he should stop listening to radio.
Yeah.
Joseph Boga listened to our show. One time he will faint.
No, it will be finished.
He will faint.
It will be finished.
He listened to the show one night, he will faint. Because there are things that he does not know, and they will not allow him to know. The other day, Joe Boga, the people go protest to your house. Teachers, religious, traditional leaders went to his house to protest for the establishment of World Economic Crime School. The papa got to know, he asked, what happening? They told him, no, nothing happening. Yes, and an official who was in the yard got angry. They told him, no, Mr. President, nothing happening. You know, the young people, they saw the convoy, you know, we start a convoy, people can be beating everything. People they can't speak. And we don't have time now to talk to them, so we have to go. The president sits in the car, he's sleeping. Two person, he's sandwich, but two person. He don't go leap to look what happened in Osa. The first person gets Osa defense, EPS officer are already there to clear the way, push the profile off on the road so he doesn't even see them. Mama Kapele is shocked at the people, I'm told. The president cannot see the people in this kind of mood. EPF remove them. Yes. You can't tell leader. Call in corner. Boom. Baraki pass. So these are the kind of critical fixing they're doing for Joe Barker. They're fixing things. And imagine you take Freedom FM and put Freedom FM on in the morning or in the internet. Now you're going to make the paper to faint. He will fit you. The paper will crush. He will crumble. He will crumble down to the ground.
It will be finished.
The country is a mess. I mean, the president has enough reasons now. The president has legitimate reason now to step aside. Initially, there was no reason, but now he has legitimate reason to step aside. Do I want him to step aside? No. Why? Because it's going to be a disaster. The entire system will break down.
That would be worse than ridiculous.
Jeremiah couldn't get ABC capacity. His capacity is equal to ABC. Not before that. 1947 ABC are talking about.
Sure.
1989 ABC are talking about.
Yes,
In
far,
2023, AB, I mean, in the 21st century, and 2026 ABC, no.
far from managing anything.
You pull me, pull Jeremiah Kun down, you take spirit and first grade student, you pull here. Now the child will disgrace Jeremiah Kun.
Definitely.
You take Jeremiah Kun and pull here. It's a kind of leadership. You take Sotemo, first grade student, you pull him or her here. Say, can't argue with Jeremiah Kun. They will bury him.
Yes.
So the main brain is that the main man is that he may show to first grade student aspirating or Sotemo.
The man get one argument.
That man has an ABC capacity of a public school. No offense to the public school, but a reality. That man has ABC capacity. So you make him president, the system is going to crumble. That's why some of us say, hey God, every day we pray for Joe Biden. Joe Biden has plenty of people praying for him. Because we want him to stay on and fix the problem and use it for the 2 years experience to fix the problem that he said. The man said we took a man's job
and give it to a boy. We not take the man's job and give it to the man. The man is acting like a boy.
That ain't me. We give it to. We took the man's job and give it to a great grandpa.
Yeah.
The great grandpa
acting like a kid.
They make it do anything. The man weak. He's lazy. He's fisi. The one.
The man flunk.
At the warden.
Damn.
Biggest political flunky in our country.
Joe Walker.
He's chakla everything. Spoil he not understanding nothing. He just car weapon.
Yeah.
He just shaking the car weapon. He can't understand anything. He looks left, he looks right, left. He does not understand anything. Where to go, what to do.
No.
He's lost. He's in the wilderness. Nobody can help him. So all they do now is to fight internally. That's all they do. But at the end of the day, see this thing. Your territory.
Mm-hmm.
You lost a portion of your country. You lost a portion of your territory to your neighboring country. No response, nothing. Look, this is the highest disrespect to the dignity of our sovereignty, to the integrity of our sovereignty. This is the least that Bwaka was supposed to settle for.
Mm-hmm.
That you cannot use that the man who now has the man's job cannot use his man's experience and his man's connection to convince or negotiate or find solution to a problem involving a boy, another boy who is in charge of his country. You call Jowia a boy. Jowia is a smaller boy to Jowia.
Mm-hmm.
And you cannot even convince him. The entire system cannot convince the smaller boy to George Weah, who's in charge of Guinea. But you see, they say monkey can leave a black hand behind. When you can steal and you can lie, it's dangerous.
Anywhere you go, that man will be shown.
Say 99 days for rule.
1 day for master.
Today, the master has caught the criminal.
Mm-hmm.
It has brought our country to shame and disgrace.
Yes.
Shame and disgrace. You lost your territory. Portion of your territory. Look, great countries went to war on territorial dispute to regain their territory. Why do you think people like Adolf Hitler then fought war? Go read about the Treaty of Westphalia. How did it come about? It was intended to regain the last country, to gain independence, stay on their own, and reclaim their territories. Start to govern themselves, free themselves from Western or regional influence. Today we have the Soviet Union broken. Wow, Germany and Russia and Austin and France then. Belgian. Even though Bahrain is still shocking by at least. For instance, today Bahrain gets important. If get importance, we get do business with them. That one is still struggling, but they it's a space that is standing with huge influence. Whether it's geopolitics or the global economy. Hong Kong in Liberia, with one of the oldest presidents in the war, he cannot even convince a 42-year-old boy to
In fact, I listened to the former Minister of Lands, Mines and Energy, Wilmot P. He's asking Mr. Bouaka not to play the victim in this situation. Liberia has to strengthen her tie with the U.S. Yeah, the analysis. Right now, the global South and this old world order led by the United States are, I would say, struggling for influence. Because right now there are alliances, realignment, cross-carpeting, and people, breaking friendship, and new friendships are being established. And I want to agree with him. Guinea, if you follow Guinea in recent time, Guinea is under the ambit of the Russians' influence. Guinea right now have already chosen Hossa. Where the war is now, the major powers are seeking alliances from the developing countries that don't have the strength that they have. So Liberia has to define her role. If Liberia is in alignment or alliance with the U.S., Liberia has to state that.
But do you think Liberia can even define her role? Liberia cannot define her role.
There where we are. The president,
the West will define Liberia's role.
But President Bouaka has a stake in this. President Bouaka has representative at the UN. President Bouaka has representative at our international protocols that should make sure our role is defined, wherein if we are being encroached on, we are being injured, our allies will stand with us. We stand with our allies and they will stand with us.
So, the BU, ain't supposed to go to your pa, your mother, they complain.
So,
the message no, I don't go to my pa or my mother, they complain. I'll go to my pa friend. Or the person will be me, I'll go to the person friend. I will go tell the person people.
I'll go tell the person people.
So the main BU, then you go complain to the main people.
Yeah, instead of telling your father.
Oh, yeah. That's what Liberia doing.
So we've not defined the role.
You not run to France to. I mean, you not run to
America.
America, giving him beer. You not slap me.
That you're living with our part.
Then you run to France.
Then you run to France. That Guinea living with.
It's like first Guinea is even leaving the French.
Already.
Yeah. So Guinea is not on the French. So
the president diplomatically, the president has to put his eyes together.
Look, like Yeke said, look, Jenkins, Bouaka has to accept it as an own goal and move on. The only thing he needs to do is admit publicly that he failed.
It will be
disastrous. Because
it will be that disastrous. It will be disastrous.
If he does not admit it, it's the worst. That's the worst thing.
For Joe Bouaka to allow.
It was only Joe Bouaka that Liberia SARS can be reduced.
A portion of
38,000 square
miles. And since the establishment of our country, we already complained about the old land we lost. Under Joe Bouaka.
Oh no, 38,000 square miles.
Our size coming to be reduced.
I want no nose.
So apartheid is extending to Liberia.
Imagine if this was George Weah as president.
No, it wouldn't have happened.
No, just imagine from the opposition standpoint. They were in the street.
Yeah, if it was possible to happen.
And there will be impeachment bill. All in Africa, people call it for impeachment.
But in reality, also, as I know, is an impeachable offense against the Liberal people. So you, as the executive, what's the rule? We didn't elect you to go there to sleep.
Yeah, but we have a bag ball. Sadly, we have a bag ball who is the Chief Justice. We have a Chimombo who is the Speaker. We have a market woman, the market girl, who is the pro tem. The Deputy Speaker is a bouffon. It's a home. The Justice Minister is a yes sir Justice Minister. At times he tries to exert some strength, but it is difficult because he doesn't understand the political space. So the politics is giving him hard time. He has authority over the legal space, but the politics is giving him, and you need the political space to guide you, to guide your steps, to help you maneuver your ways through in influencing a lot of things that happen in the government to advance the president. But that political connection is not there. Who does he go to? He doesn't have anybody. So he was the third
friend.
First thing, he was the third choice for that job. I even want to believe that he was the fifth choice. Because if there was a list from 1 to 5, the first person rejected. They know. The second person, no, they make a character issue. They say, well, they made that. We know what they're talking from the fifth, they bring him to the third. So he was not even if the favorite for the job. From the unit,
he's just been managed.
Sure. So and that's what we are. I mean, it's an embarrassment. It's a shame, but we all have to just do two things. We have to accept certain realities, but criticize it, and we have to reject certain happenings. The president is not in charge of the country. The president is weak. He has been weak from day one. And that's why President Sirleaf could never trust him with the governance of this country. But again, the political class has a way of maneuvering, the ways through the influencing rallying on the gullibility of the society, the ordinary voters, placing a spin on almost everything. Even if it will cause them to lie, they will lie to ensure that they come to power. Now they are in power and they cannot pull the trigger. They cannot get the doors open, to get things working. And it's just all off track. He's on the track now. If you want to know the speed of the racing car,
we put on the track. Those were his voice.
We put the track, all the public parable you were using. Nothing happening.
Yeah.
We put the race car on the track. The race car can't even sit on the track.
And I think it was better to be in the garage.
The racer does not even understand how to even start the car. From day one, the racer they try putting in the car, he fainted. He could not even stand the weight, the pressure from the steering. He fainted. Went off. Failing him. Can't even come back. From that day, I told some people, I said, they can't drive the car. They race out.
Who just hold the wheel
and start the car. They made
he's fumbling.
He fainted.
Damn, man.
Whole race that day for that day. And then the psychological impact left with him for the rest of his life. So every time he sees that race car, he says, I'm going near you.
He will continue to remember that. He will continue to remember it.
All day you want race. Put me on the track. If you want to test the race car, put the car on the track. You put the car on the track, the car give up. Nothing he can do. Big Muff Omega. You see Omega, Big Muff. He criticized everybody.
talking about mineral
You know this
development agreement all around here. What are you doing?
Do you remember Joe Biden told you he was never going to run on Elling's legacy?
Yes.
The president said he will not run on Elling's legacy. He was going to run on his own legacy.
I mean, he had 17 counts.
The man
against
said
Ellen.
he was going to run on his own legacy. After he said President Sharif had all the opportunities and
Was squandered them.
he said he was going to run on his own legacy. The legacy that roll and asked him. He didn't win election, he went back and came back with the same narrative. Arrest, agenda, and rescue. They put him there. He has not arrested one thing. Nothing he has arrested. Because you have to arrest before you rescue.
Yeah.
But he has not arrested anything. Poverty is still increasing by at least 1.8% a year on Joe Biden. More and more people are going into poverty. More and more people are going into poverty. Under Joe Biden, all the prices of major commodities have increased in 2024 under Joe Biden. There's nothing you can point to. They say this is the price. They say it has not increased. Everything has increased under Joe Biden. You go to the port, speak with importers. They cry every day. Joe Biden criticized Metex and GTMS and APM terminal. He came back and they renew all those concession agreements and reduce government's royalty. Yes. They may criticize APM terminal. He criticized GTMS. He criticized Metex. He came back and renewed all three. He changed one. Even the steel dairy service that the government at APM terminal was supposed to turn over after their concession expired. They renegotiated the steel dairy service and turned it back over
to APM terminal.
APM terminals to continue a service that is capable of providing at least 10,000 jobs for Liberians. They turned that over. They turn that over to them. So you're continuing managing under Joe Biden. These are the things that they don't talk about. These are the things they spoke about, loudly spoke about when they were in opposition. These are the things they dare not talk about. You ask them, they get angry, they give you cheek. Public Works giving her all of the solutions to Liberia's road. CDC was going too slow with the road because they were eating the money. Bridge to bridge project. The whole dry season. We come and get in there. We come and enter the rainy season. The road not even probably looking down go here. But they have all of the solutions to the problem.
Yeah.
Yes. They say, oh, the reason why the bridge to bridge project did not go on because Roof Cover Collins they ate the money. Today, 3 years running, bridge to bridge. In Papa looking down go. These are the things they will not tell you about, but we have to remind you about these things. Where's the Ramos International Airport that Joey asked for? Have they fixed it? Go there and ask them whether there has been any upgrade at the Ramos International Airport. The only thing I heard of recent corruption that the Boche has suspended the managing director. 3 years running, RIA, still the same. 3 years running, the RIA there. 3 years running, the Aviation Authority, nothing, no upgrade, still the same. Our airspace still remains one of the unsafe places to travel. Electricity is still a problem at RIA. Joey bought two HFO generator there. They say, "Why Joe? We are buying generator. You should build a tank farm." RRA started the project. What is it? They said, "No, we're not starting any project. We're going all day. We're going for a war." All of them started fighting war, looking for their predecessors to put in jail, and forgot about governance. The 3 years I've caught up with them. They achieved nothing. 2 wasted years. The government wasted 2 years fighting. Today, it is so embarrassing that they cannot point to anything. The government wasted 2 years, 2 freaking solid, important years that they could have used to build a solid foundation that would drive their governance process into prosperity. They wasted those 2 years, including the tier 1. They are still wasting it. See the multiple political witch hunt cases they have. They're spending money. You spend more than $10 million prosecuting, targeting political opponents. Do you know what 10 million could have done for you? For public schools? See school teachers complaining. Supplementary pay will come back with teachers. Today, the teachers are protesting. And you're wasting over $10 million prosecuting political opponents. It tells you the agenda of the government. What do they want? Do they want development? No. Are they interested in development? No. Do they care about your living condition? No. Do they want to lift you out of poverty? No. Because if they want to lift you out of poverty, they will gather strong evidence. When you have strong evidence against a criminal, you don't have to spend money, waste money to prosecute them. Because you are the government in charge, you have access to the system. So you can easily pull the records out, the documents out. Because they don't have evidence, they have to waste state resources on persecuting people. And they call it persecution. They don't have any. Look at today in the court. I think we can close on this thing and transition. I'm sitting watching the case. And after Councillor Johnson woke up and decided to, we can cross-examine the witness from Central Bank. And he asked the witness a particular question that the witness response shocked me, Jenkins. And this is something that nobody is talking about. On more than 7 different occasions, Councillor Johnson was concerned. He was concerned, interested in the witness telling him whether it is a standard practice for a finance minister to sign expenditure documents for different entities. And whether when the finance minister signs, the central bank is under legal obligation to release.
And the central bank is under legal obligation to release.
So there were multiple objections from Councillor Scott, one of the prosecutors. Finally, on 2 or 3 occasions, the judge overruled the objection and allowed the witness to respond to the question. God, Councillor Johnson tried paraphrasing the questions on multiple occasions. So 1 or 2 get the answer.
Johnson.
Did the defense? I mean, the witness said yes. I'll just paraphrase his response. He said yes. The central bank, he said the Ministry of Finance has 3 statutory signatories to the consolidated account. He said 1 is the Minister of Finance, 2 is the Deputy Minister. In fact, he called their names. I'm not just mentioning them, but he called their names. He said, to suit the case, Janga Augusto Co, Comptroller General, is a signatory to the consolidated account. Samura Pizewuro Kori, Deputy Minister for Fiscal Affairs, is a signatory to the consolidated account. And
the Minister of
Samuel
Finance.
D. Twe, Minister of Finance, is signatory to the consolidated account. He said yes. In fact, he said these are the 3 signatures. He said, any two. He said more than one. So any more than one, anything. So obviously, you need majority signatures to authorize payment. Central bank to pay. So if 2% sign,
Yeah, that's majority.
Central bank on no obligation to pay. Unlike auditor goes because CBO not do the auditor's work. So if the auditor is concerned, but while the Minister of Finance looking at the importance of his role, they didn't sign and still Central bank pay. That one an audit process, right? But in that case, all three sign all of the transactions, authorizing the central bank to pay. Then Councillor Johnson took the document with the signatures on and requested the witness to review the paper and confirm that the signatures were in line with legal requirements. They objected. They brought down the same thing. Then the witness requested the document to confirm. The witness perused the document and validated the document and said, yes, this is the legal process to authorize the central bank to pay. Because our responsibility is to pay. Our responsibility is not to say no.
No, verify and pay.
No, we have two. There are two responsibilities: the fiscal and the monetary. We are the money. Central bank is the monetary. Finance is the fiscal.
So anything that has to do with the fiscal and finance acts and authorize that we go ahead. We go ahead.
All we do here is we take record and keep record
Just for
to
verification.
prove that the money left our system. We don't tell finance minister say no, we're not paying unless there's no money. Even when there's no money, we can tell them we're not paying. The child has to get mature. Child getting mature, I mean, we're trying to raise money. When the money is raised, we pay. Or authorization, but these people must sign. And the document proved that everybody signed. Said yes, this is the document. This is the process.
So what is the issue?
Then, because Councillor Johnson was trying to smartly establish in my mind the persecution. 3 persons are legally authorized to sign, to approve, to authorize payments from the consolidated account. The 3 persons authorized the payment
and sign.
of these amounts we're talking about. Why are you prosecuting 12 only?
And you live in Janga, Pizza, Worokoli. That's a Janga, Kowu, and
Yes.
Pizza, Worokoli, you live in the house.
But they all sign.
They all sign.
So why are you persecuting? Why are you accusing 12? Then they said,
So that's the semblance of the persecution
Yes.
aspect.
Yes. Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
So you can see that the whole thing is targeted.
It's targeted.
It is not about fighting corruption. It is about fighting 12, targeting 12.
Yeah, the 3 people's signatures are
Yeah.
pervasive on the document. Why are they not being called in for cautioning or to be investigated as you are investigating something? Why?
There is a national security issue. That is one. I was listening to one show last night when I got home. I was so disappointed, Junkie. I was so discouraged. I'm like, these guys probably did not do, but apparently they are not reading.
Sure.
You know, including a lawyer was on the show. I'll call his name, the ANC chairman, Councillor Gu. I heard Councillor Gu talking about trace. There will be someone on paper. Even that is paying national security money, and there should be someone on paper.
Which people?
That's the question, huh?
People who say we gave Johnny Morris 5 million for Johnny Morris to keep eye on Austin.
So I'm like, hey, council. So what kind of people?
Because they're persecuting now. So they're confused. They're looking for something one way or the other.
And then what kind of people?
Some way, somehow, something will come out.
How the people should be? Who will authorize? Who will sign our people? Who will sign the paper? Because you're not going to do government money and not sign paper. So who will sign the paper?
Who will sign the
Who will
paper?
authorize that person to sign? Who gave that person authorizing that person the authority to authorize somebody to sign? It doesn't want money documentary. It's just ordinary like that. I say somebody tells a lawyer national security expenditure. Man, open their mind and say, where they do all that money? Say national security thing, and that to him will be laugh. That of human being protection. You think Joseph Boakai spent $1.2 million? The government spent $1.2 million to upgrade Joseph Boakai motorcade. That's protection. That's security. It's expensive. You don't hear me put my money in Joseph Boakai vehicle, baby. Is it because you see, experience matters a lot. You have to understand certain things and try not to politicize it. Because tomorrow the time comes, you will sound like they don't. If you start telling you, say, we're sorry, we didn't understand the reality. Now we know the reality. We apologize to CDC for criticizing or condemning the use of private jet. This is the very thing they're doing. They criticized George Weah using private jet. They came back. They were ashamed and everything. They don't have to muster the courage to come and publicly apologize for criticizing George Weah's use of private jet. Because they thought it was just easy and ordinary for a person to just walk to the terminal, just get in commercial flight and leave the country at the time of the flight. Not at the protocol. Today they apologize. Same thing we're talking here. You don't spend $1.2 million to buy vehicle for Joseph Boakai. To go buy that vehicle, you can tell the person what you're buying a vehicle for. Sometimes you want to use tail or fifth party set because you don't even want the company to have choice. Because these international these Taliban and these terrorist people, they have a way of tracing these different transactions and projects. So you have to be very sensitive. And this is where intelligence comes in. And so intelligence is expensive. It's expensive. I don't know why we in this country take intelligence to be the ordinary thing or what. I don't know. But it's expensive. But then they thought it was just a play. 200 years walking to central bank, $500,000 US, and go start having party. $500,000, that peanut. The president spent $1.2 million on to upgrade his fleet. You thought you were talking about $500,000. Obviously, I say $2.2 million. Sequence of national security events. You go into election. You think election security are joke? You think that all the money for election security you put in the budget, so they went here for security, they went here for intelligence, and they put on. So you list everything in neck. You put everything on the neck. You put everything on the neck. Where NEC has the authority to preside over election. But NEC is now a member of the National Security Council. So you can't make them privilege. You can't give them that privilege.
Privilege to intelligence issues.
Yeah. They have nothing to do with it. The government responsibility is to ensure that there's peace. That our territory is safe and secure for NEC to move into the bushes and conduct election. That NEC responsibility to provide security for us. Yeah? I talk about election security, our net budget, all that kind of things. But again, two group of people. One group are naive. One group of people they just find themselves to be naive, and another group of people they just unnecessarily political about everything. They politicize everything. At the end of the day, they come back to apologize. I was thinking, I said, well, these lawyers I see here, the lawyers on the two sides, I saw some serious lawyers, politics aside, I saw some good lawyers from the both team, but it's embarrassing to the prosecutors. I was really embarrassed for them. Good lawyers, but I was embarrassed for them because
they are still struggling for evidence.
They don't have it. They don't have the
They are still struggling for evidence. I thought before you present a case before court, there should be sufficient evidence.
Ledger that enlist transactions. The prosecutors
they are asking
ask the judge to subpoena the central bank and request them to produce the ledger.
Amen. So why
middle of a serious?
So why did you go to court? In case that ledger is not available.
No,
in case
it is available and there's nothing on the ledger that speaks to the transaction. National security and put on ledger.
They will not go put on ledger. So what will be the next argument?
The buying time. Didn't get right evidence. So all we do, let's buy time.
Let's buy time. That's all.
They buying time. They got evidence. So they're using the legal maneuvering thing to buy time and drag the case. They don't have evidence.
No evidence.
So that's bad time.
No evidence.
So the judge say, you know what I mean? They on money. He's trying to collect money. Rest in the central bank to be here. Money will come into the court. Money 10 o'clock. All the parties should be here. So they get Friday to morning. We send a bill and say time too short and thing. So please give us so time. Just okay. The case will soon come by Tuesday again or Thursday again. So they're buying time.
They're bad time.
They're buying time. But we'll be there Monday.
Sure. Monday will be there. We'll be there to cover it.
But they get nothing. Did you look joking? If were the government, but now there are two things I would have considered. I would talk. I can talk one because we are already actively back into politics. But I can talk the other one because maybe it appear that we're revealing some things to them. When George Weah announced that he was going to retire at 65 and going to election, I mean he will already be 2-3 years to serve as president. Because if he's elected 2029, I mean you have 2-3 years to be 65. What happened with the balance of remaining age? He's talking about retirement at 65. We are selling bagay. They are free, right? Go enjoy yourself in the presidency. The old man that comes to power, he allows arrogance and ignorance to fool him. He starts fighting.
Instead of mending
They will
faces.
say, I'm going to be president.
Yeah. Instead of mending faces,
retire.
he start fighting. The man who is willingly saying, I want to, even though I give him the power, but still, I will still want to retire
At 65.
at 65. You still don't have a clue that this is somebody who is selfless.
The most popular human being in Liberia that I've been at Georgia. The most popular opposition
Since
leader
the
at
foundation of this
Georgia.
country,
Yes.
the singular most popular
And
Liberian.
even the famous Charles Taylor was a friend of George Weah and chasing all of you. Then you back out the privilege scheme to you. The message 65 retiring. And you go start fighting.
What's in the fool you? The fool you.
I said that fight they started brought we are back into mainstream politics. It brought everything back into politics.
They themselves
Stop
push
there.
it. They push it to the limit.
He stopped there. But probably the woman was in and saying, no, George Livier. They say, we're coming for your foundation. Then that's the one thing. One player choke on. George, you got a friend.
You got a friend? You got a friend back?
So, UP was not smart. Joe Biden was not smart at all. UP folks were not smart.
It's because of
Arrogance.
vendetta.
Yes.
It's because of vendetta.
You people thought they won election because they are too educated.
They are the best in the country.
That's what that's the kind of interpretation they give to a victory. So they kill the partner, my man, we won election because of our intellectual poise. So let's fight a minute.
Yeah, they're fighting.
They start fighting and they damn it, they destroy. They don't say nothing to these people. They don't say the government took 9 months, almost 1 year to fight for nothing. A fight that almost
Crumble the government.
crumble, that the word you use, crumble. A fight that almost crumble the government. Still, they didn't gather anything. You took 9 months to fight.
9 months.
So he said somebody who was saying yes, sir. Somebody who was a speaker who was giving you everything you wanted. Who was agreeing
Who even
to go
traveled with you.
anywhere, even at the behest of the criticism that came from the CDC. And you still ruined that opportunity and took a laser that runs away from everything, from anything, and make him speaker. And you expect somebody, people, investors to come from outside, like people to come from
Mehu International Community saw
Yeah.
popularizing a sitting speaker's office, even though he was not speaker elected. Saw international community, the whole world, saw him busting into a vehicle belonging to another honorable lawmaker
a female
who and him shared similar
a
legislative.
female friend watched a
authority.
video from the US embassy, and she was like, "What's happening? Is it normal?"
Yeah. Is it no?
We're in a gallery, you know, on the normal media.
Media
Is it-
conversation.
What's happening? Is he normal? Is he okay? I'm like,
also, if you do critical analysis of the trend of event in regards to the Capitol building arson case, the only person that can be the prompt suspect in this case, and that this case can be linked to, is the now de facto speaker. The reason is simple. Along the way, he had shown to the entire world that he's violent. He burglarized the sitting speaker office, even though he was not given access legally, legislatively, to occupy that office. He broke the door of a fellow lawmaker's vehicle, and that lawmaker said he had money and different assets in that vehicle that got lost. If you follow that trend, in no time, the Capitol building got on fire. It shows that you can only link such incident that was violent to the person who started the trend of violence.
The investigators are not thinking in that direction. They were looking for the people who have no record of violence. People who have record of violence.
How you not have it? If you have practicing investigators and you have a practicing police RG, then those are the experiences that we'll always have until the 6 years elapse.
So, folks, I mean, that's what we are. We are running a complete authoritarian regime in our country, and we have to be clear about that, build our minds and everything to understand that this is an authoritarian regime that's not going to take us anywhere, that's not going to attract any investor to this country or any investment to this country, that Americans are not going to take us serious, and that our partners out there, whether it's multinational partner or bilateral partners, they're not going to take us serious because we have not shown to the world that we are a serious people in this country. Our leaders have projected and presented themselves as the most irresponsible people in the world, the most irresponsible group of government officials. And so that's how people take them. And so this is where we are. For Baga forgetting, we have high respect for him, and our respect is not going to dwindle, but we have to speak the facts to him.
Sure.
He's a disaster, and he has to be told that he is a disaster to our country.
A serious punishment to on Liberia.
If he wants to change that, I'm not too sure he has a space to do it. It's late. He wasted 2 important years. This 10 years already, or waste no time. 2027.
And with the compounding complex situation being faced with on the international stage, regionally, sub-regionally, internally, I think Joe Bucker is caught up in the web.
Let's talk the issues: water, electricity, transportation fare, the price of basic consumables in the marketplaces. Whether you're a keke rider, taxi driver, motorcycle rider, a market woman selling, those of you who are consumers as well, those of us who are consumers, it's time for all of us to talk about these things happening across the country, and then we can tie in, the prices of different things. How much you buying gas in your area? How much you paying for transportation as transportation to move from your school to your house, from your house to your school, or from your house to the market, or from the market to your house, or from your house to your workplace, and all of that. Let's talk tonight. Let's know what's happening around you. Today is Thursday. It's our last presentation for this week. And so we're taking our break for the week, and we'll be back next week. So let's talk. Let's know how you feel about your government. Is the government performing to your expectation? Are you pleased? Is there any hope? Do you have any hope that the government is going to maybe adjust or upgrade or make some changes or make some progress in this year when 3 months already gone in the first quarter of this year? What are your hopes? What are your thoughts? Is there anything to hope for? Is there anything to hope on? Has the government giving you any reason to believe that something positive is going to happen in the next 9 months of this year? Let's talk these issues. Junkins Morris will lead the call-in process. beginning about that. Before that, 0776 104 104 0886 500 104. The WhatsApp number is active on +231 886 500 104. Junkies Morris, let's take calls.
This call on line 1. Your name and you joining us from where?
Yes, my name is Alvin Chi. I'm Johnny. You're from Shokine. This is number 4.
What do you want to talk about tonight? Gasoline price, transportation fare, food price. What do you want to talk about?
The transportation fare. I'm paying $400 for the tuition over there. Before it used to be $350.
So there is $100 added to the price.
$50.
Is that
$50
$50?
added to the price.
Oh, is that $400? Okay, so that's $50 added.
$50 added to the price. That's the issue.
Go ahead. We are listening. Go ahead.
You see that government always it is a calamity that we have brought upon ourselves. It is a disaster that we brought upon ourselves. Team Border Council in opposition, now you got nothing. He's not able to bring to the table nothing strange. He got elected by the past government, development that he left there, that in the past year, now they're making more. So, school of person, we have initiated doing it down, 4 counties, Bo, Nima, Magidi, and I'm going here, that this government school.
Thank you. Let's hear us. Thank you. Let's hear us.
And go to line 2.
Okay.
Go ahead. Quickly.
Well, I think our great brother Duncan Morris, I'm Robert Makoya calling from 17th Street, Abbey Avenue.
Go ahead, Rob.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity. I want to talk about a few things, but let me start with transportation.
You want to talk about anything? Just do it within 1 minute at all. You can talk about.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Go ahead, my brother.
I work with Smart University College. We used to pay from here to Junction, and I used to pay from here to my church 540. It's $100, but now it's $150. From here 540, I got my church to 540. There I go to church.
Mm-hmm.
From 17th Street where I live to here to Junction is $200, and it used to be $150. And from here to Junction to Fly Junction only to Baptist Seminary, we need to pay $100, but now it's $150. To go in there is $150. So altogether it's $900 to go and come back. We need to pay $700 to go and come back, but now it's $900. And you say the other thing I want to talk about, as far as concerned this government, all those people they are all incompetent, including the president. They do not know anything, no contact anywhere, nobody know them anywhere. There are a bunch of people that want to look at and rule this country. When you hear them crying all a riot because they wanted to steal from the people and they continue stealing. Now they carry to the Guinea, now we're in another mess. So the government, we don't expect anything good. But the only thing, as you people say on the show here, we'll be praying for Omer Blanca to be there on 2029. Because if we make a mistake, we finish. Thank you very much.
Thank you. To leave you and go back to line 1.
Yeah, good evening.
How are you and where you joining us from?
HFG, Rototown, Central FE.
Go ahead.
Let me tell the Nigerian people tonight. We have made a wrong decision 2.5 years ago, and we live with it up to 2029. More to come. You know what happening now? They call Dominican the West Hall, K89 and 12 calling now. Starting from today, watch the war. I'm agently here, I'm saying it. And since 1822, the Nigeria became a country. We are the president, our human country include on our land. If you are now president, then your material and the people force you. That's the result. We look for it. What kind of, even the president, I'm not living too long. We had learning telecommunication, Dota, Ajoklampo, and working out. We repair a terrible two wrong. Well, one bad wrong.
Thank you.
We'll leave you and go straight to line 2. Hello.
Good morning. Good evening.
Yes, welcome. Your name and you join us from where?
Let's say you, my dear brother.
I'm seeing Mobile Sagaman.
I know. Go ahead. Let's hear you. What the issue talk about?
Speaking on the issue of the transportation fare. Gentlemen, you know this government is a complete 419 government.
Why say so?
Yes, that is for making the power. There is the third time that they are doing transportation fare. And none have ever been implemented. These guys are always in the habit to say they are doing transportation fare, but the implementation aspect, they don't know it at all. They just have paper. I think they just have paper. No drama where Baba is, and nothing will happen. But the general question one thing, this government has proven to the it is so good for me. I'm so appreciated because all that we serve is a living God. He never lied. These guys came to the presidency by life. I think that people, they were the most sophisticated, well-connected internationally in the previous administration. Now when they come to power, all will be well. But today, like right now, know the difference between President George Bernard Weah and Josiah Yima Parker with a 42 years experience. We are in total disaster already. Total disaster. Nothing is going on, no development, nothing. The only thing you see is the increase of poverty in the life of Nigerians every day. Children are not going to school. You go to GSK, you just say one day. The money will catch you. They even money on other parents or parents or right here. These are just outside in this country. So for me, I'm not surprised. I knew these were things that were going to happen. But only those are surprised, those are when people that said that President Parker had it for the 2 years, so he could cheat things. So they did it, man, was going to cheat it. All right.
Thank you. Let's go to the international number and speak with a few of you from the diaspora. Who should be here? City Geeks? Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Hey, Austin, thank you very much. The name is Gidi Tubawaido, and I want to say thank you for the show today. Austin, what is on my mind is the Capitol building thing and the former minister Samuel Tuay issue. You know, I know that the people probably, the government not win the case with Samuel Tuay because we see what happening, right? Similar thing with Capitol building. You're one of the journalists that cover the Capitol building. Every evening you come on the show, share everything that is happening from courtroom procedure, everything that is going on. Yeah, everybody know. So now we're seeing that the government is beyond Minister Tuay, trying to get the people to probably serve time or do what they're supposed to do. But these things will not happen because they don't keep records of these things. And they're just trying to go after the guy for no reason. Because of what we're seeing. But if you can put the evidence together, probably prosecute the people and get going after them. And look at when President Barker just took over. The cars that President Barker bought immediately. Up to now, the government is not even looking into the cases. And
did I even go to PPCC?
People that they're not even looking at it. Capital building case again. They burn the Capital building, but Liberian people, I keep reminding Liberian people that Capital building, they're not just burn, not the wall and the pin. The people took things in that building. They break into safes. They take documents. Government 25 years secret got missing from in there. You see, they're breaking all your houses around here today because they got things from the Capitol building that proves that they can go after you people and do those kind of things. You gotta be smart. Look, the people are creating pattern. The pattern are there, and we are here. We are documenting the pattern thing because like what we do, we keep data on the kind of thing. We keep records for the kind of thing. I will tell you, personally, I would say we're making our commitment that after everything that happened, it will be on the team that we investigated. After fire, the thing that happened in that Capitol building. Let me be passing around today. You see what happened? Look, let me show you what pattern on the Capitol building. when anything happen in Lofa County, who President Baga saying there? The same thing that is saying for the Capitol building, like what is saying there. Don't security. Like, or what are they trying to do? Are they trying to reward him? No, like people just do things over and over. You just follow the party. You will be able to read what's going to happen next. We know what's happening. You can't know what's going on because you can follow the party. You know. So that's why he's saying that the people want the diamond back. It's all in the Guinean press. The Guinean people are saying, whatsoever man on the water, they want it back. None of people saying it. We read the news. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you. My man, I message you didn't reply me.
Oh, no, your phone on, huh? You got your stuff on?
No, not yet.
Okay,
but we'll talk.
I want us to discuss something. I really want us to do certain things.
Okay. So we'll leave Willie there and come back to lines.
Let's talk to you, Liberians. Transportation issue, food issue, gasoline price. What is going on with you? Let's hear you.
Asking, how you doing?
I'm fine.
I
hope you are doing great.
I happen to get a phone.
Thank you.
I just listen to you on the morning show, but I know this time you got to do the show too.
Yeah, they hustle in the day, so we can do next show.
Asking, this is Gal Abraham. I'm starting a conversation from Forward.
Okay, go ahead.
What I want to say, brother, I'm a member of the United Party, but sometimes the way the government can be proceeded, brother, they can find one more asking. Look, the government took a transport ministry and gave to LTMI, right?
Correct.
So when the government can take the electricity and give to private sector also, to make sure that we have stable electricity across the country.
Which sounds salient.
Very salient indeed.
Yeah, we have been calling for the privatization of our electricity.
To avoid the ineffectiveness and inefficiency.
Yeah. So if we could easily do it for the Ministry of Transport, why is so difficult for us to do it for LDC?
Yeah, that is the contract for LDC and go to private sector also.
You be taking people, LDC that cow.
Okay, the library electricity, they get serious amount people to that place. Yeah, the transport ministry, I get serious amount of people there. They take it for that go to LTMI. You know the government sometimes they proceed one way asking Kawa, brother.
That's true.
So that's someone who can be regretting what voted for the government. Although they're doing some good things, but when you're doing the same one thing, like we're criticizing the real administration, then some of us sometimes will begin sad, brother. Then we can just be thinking, oh, no, that we are there one time.
Thank you, my brother.
The thing is, former president, we are doing, you can't do the same thing.
Okay.
I'm not going to stick it to some of us. We listen to them every day. We then follow yourself, former president, we are there, and all to them, we stay following you. Thank you so much for the show.
Thank you, my brother.
We'll leave it there. Go to the international line.
Musa Brown, go ahead, Musa. Let's hear you.
And take Musa from.
Yeah, Austin, how you doing, man? And how you doing to their co-host?
We're fine.
Fine, no.
Yeah. Okay. Austin, your line on now?
No, my line is not on.
That you okay, but you put it on. Need to call me. Okay, straight to the issues. Austin. I mean, look, Austin, the last quarter just said, in this country that we're in America, government is providing jobs, but there are jobs that government is not providing. 2/3 of the people that work in this country, this great country in America, that works in the private sector.
Yeah.
Companies like electricity is taken care of by private companies. Companies that give you, just like the last caller said, if our government said that the road to build the road from Simple Bridge to Bow Waterside, the people must build a road 10 miles and put a toll booth to be connecting toll, so that they will be able to complete the remaining part of the road to go towards the Bow Waterside. I think If find a private company and get an LDC, they can build a hydro and get in 25 years or 30 years. That hydro can supply current electricity for our entire country that will not have electricity shortage, and then they can get their money the same way. Because on the road, they will have 3 toll booths on the road. One to Simple Bridge, one to Clay, one to CA. So why we can do the same to electricity? You see? And another thing, my attention I've been drawing to today, I'm listening to our vice president today, confessing about the going of Solomon George to his house. This is the man that Prince Johnson visited his office to sign a document. He offered him 5,000 to Lord Prince Johnson give it. This is the man that has stood on the podium and saying that Solomon George went to his house, he ate food there. Solomon George left his house, started texting him and calling him to inform him that since he left his house, he has not been feeling well, he has been sick, he didn't pick up, he didn't respond, he didn't call back until Solomon George died.
Now go get people to confess. Now go get people to confess.
Yeah. To go sign book of Fondorian.
And he go to that you.
I mean, this is about time. Yeah. There's nobody talking about that. Instead talking
That mean the man a plans or spell.
So, yes, they said really on the podium. So now we call it all Gregory Coleman to invite the vice president for questioning. Because the vice president say they're not AR say it. They're not Facebook messages say it. They're not they say. This one is direct confession that the man went to his house and ate.
So many is smart.
When the man left his house, he texted him. He called him. He didn't pick up. The man text him. Say I left on your home VP. The food I ate them are being sick. I'm not being well. It is about time that our government could be serious. Look, it's serious.
The man has to be calling for question.
Yeah, it's serious. This is total confession. But you know why? Money, you see, poverty is bad. The children, the family people of Solomon George will not go there because yesterday I saw the post of Solomon George going to talk to Joseph Boakai. Do you think Joseph Boakai will pay attention to you? The children, I don't know, they can't understand. You let sentiment carry you. Solomon George in his grave, the place he landed, he regret a second of what he did.
And let me say this to you.
I'm telling you.
Before he died, he and myself, we had one-on-one conversation, and I can assure you, wherever he is, I'm saying the truth. Solo regretted all of his actions.
Yeah, man.
He regretted.
I told him, man. You are my man too, boy. Yeah. I think since to the show, we have not met.
So I mean, what we're saying is that you see how Liberia is retrogressing. Hey man, there's people like Guinea supposed to take oil from Liberia, my people, and they put it on news.
Yeah.
Hey man, but you see why? When the men of God spoke, the United Pope Party caused him. They think when they say calamity, a disease coming, that Ebola or coronavirus. Wait, it's creeping. The men said that Liberia will eat sin. They thought a physical sin, but we reach the reality coming and we set in. But this is my appeal. Let the family of Solomon George call, let the police director now be able, because look at Samuel Jackson. Samuel Jackson came the
but at the same situation.
Today the vice president has confessed that Solomon George ate food to his house. Solomon George went home and texted him that he's sick, and he did not respond. He did not say until today he went to open his phone and reading the very text message the man sent him. Direct confession, it means that the vice president know about the death of Solomon George. We need no anything about it because he said it for himself. His mouth, God made him to open his mouth because those are the things he did in the past. They were the people that were sponsoring people that were killing people in Liberia, taking dead body from jail and dropping it on the street just to tarnish the country. That's why God is replicating everything they did.
Thank you, my brother.
I'm doing more. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, Musa Brown from the US. Let's take 2 calls and then we can go home.
Yeah, then we
on to the last edition of the show.
take our weekends break on our regular broadcast. Yeah, we go back to line 1. Hey, your monitor has to be reduced.
Yeah, good evening.
How are you?
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, that's how John. Good evening.
Welcome.
Sorry, we are doing from Basel.
Grand Bassa, let's hear you.
Yes, I said, this is sorry, we are joining from Basel.
Okay, go ahead, Grand Bassa.
Yeah. Gentlemen, let me commend you for the show. Topic on discussion. Let me tell you something. When it comes to the transportation issue, you see our government, because they are responsible, they will always give people cheat. The men who working at the where the last of the Labrador people that Labrador will have moved there in the country. So let me tell you something. The government is look there when you want answer. You know, when you want a lady answer, you will laugh to the lady. But after you laugh to the lady, when the lady comes to the house, don't laugh to her again. And that's what they do to us, my brother. The government still get empower, they get lying all around. Things that they're not doing, that they want to get on the media, they say they're doing. So my brother, the people they not serious. So government are just come to power every day, everything that they do, they get lying. Mr. Waka travel all around the world. Never been nothing to the country. When you come out, you stay and it's agreement with different government, with Chinese government, with American government. Nothing we just, I don't know what kind of government we just put in power. So, yeah, people just suffering. Putting people who down with Germany, we are coming from Italy, they will come and put Toyo on the street. Let it look out now, so your men enter the country now, they can go nowhere. See, this kind of thing we
Thank you.
in the country.
Thank you. We leave it there and take our last caller on line 2. Hello, your name and where are you joining us from?
Yeah, brother, how are you? This is Lawrence from Fati.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, I want to talk on the issue that going on in Lofa. Yes. You know, that Thomas Farrell are not representing this country. You need to be taking place. Because they're talking about the first quarter. Lofa, I think they're far disfigured. Give it more than they do disfigured. What would you think Thomas Farrell for? Thomas Farrell are representing, so you need more in what they pay, waste more in what they pay, not representing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Where you at? Where from you?
Junkins, we have to go.
Yeah, Austin. To our callers, thanks for calling those that were able to get you. Thanks for calling those who were unable to get you. We say keep trying. Next time we'll be here on Monday with a fresh edition of the program Freedom Hard Talk here on Freedom FM 87.9. This evening, the Thursday evening, as we take our break, my name is Junkies Morris, and I'm here with.
Okay, so folks, we let's see. Sarah Tule, Junkies Morris, you have to send your number to Sarah Tule. She said, Junkies, you have to send me your number. Send your number to me. I want to send you something. I don't know you, but God wants me to. That's how God lays on your heart, on all men's heart to bless others. So Junkies will send you his number. Mohammed Fode, thanks to all of you for following tonight. John Miller, Timothy Gia, Favor Morris, Austin Stanley, Harry City, Ambassador Thomas, Edison Blamo, Rosetta Sankali, all of you, welcome. Thanks to you for following tonight. Abu Bakar Saw from West Point, Rhonda Morris, all of you, Augustine Musa, Kung Jason Joseph from Nuku Town, where Wendell Nimle comes from and knows better than anywhere in Liberia. Mohammed Masakwe, welcome to the show. You won't respond, no way. Amanda Double, Ruby Kane, Jacob K. Maka Momo, Wookie Davis, all of you. Thanks to all of you for following the show tonight. Sarah Harris and Brandy Dennis. It's good. We're taking our weekends break.
Don't want to hope that nobody.
And hopefully by God's grace, we shall be back next week. But until then, do have yourselves pleasant moments in your respective areas. My name is Austin Kawa. Junkies Morris was here. And together we shall be back here next week. Good night.
The delay, people suffer. No work for people crying for hunger. Look at. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation.